Alright, so, for the first time in literally years, they have added a new game mode to TDS, which you will see in a second. It is intermediate mode. Here it is. There's now 4, which is a little bit crazy to me. There's been 3 the entire time I played TDS. Literally for the entire time TDS has, like, been in its most modern state, which is a little bit weird, honestly. But yeah, new game mode intermediate. It's between Molten and Fallen. This is basically like the return of Golden mode, essentially, because originally there were 4, and it was Golden mode was this one, and they replaced it with intermediate. Some things of note about it gives you 500 coins, and Molten has been bumped down to 400 coins, which is very sad to me. Honestly, that's tragic. It's 500 coins, 30 waves, so it's similar to easy mode, where it has less waves than 40, and it follows the same, like, path as easy mode. Like, the enemies come out in the same ways, which means that it's actually very difficult. It's debatably harder than Fallen. You will see, some of these enemies are insane. I've played this mode a lot. It is not easy, so I might have to take a couple attempts here. It's a little bit insane. So I've brought Shotgunner here because Shotgunner got a buff a while ago. It's really good right now. I don't know why. I've tried both using Golden Pyromancer and Golden Crook Boss. Golden Crook Boss just got a rework, and neither of them worked. Shotgunner seems like the only real way to do this. And Crossroads is the only real way to beat it right now. It might get a nerf. You'll see. It's very hard. Alright, so this guy right here, the Ghoul, is, the reason that this mode, I think, is so hard. Because he comes at wave 7, which is insanely early. And as you see, he has health regen, which is a new ability that enemies can have. And it is similar to the old, Amalgamation from really old Polluted Wastelands 2. He heals pretty fast. He heals, legitimately very fast. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a nerf because he heals. This setup of shotgunners probably can't kill him. God damn. Okay, so I've got an accelerator to deal with the ghouls. They are a menace. They are very scary. They are terrible. The strategy is just to get an accelerator as early as possible. But as you saw there, that ghoul had slime as an ability, so slime pops out when he dies. That's how slimes work. When something gets killed that has it, that has that trait, it pops out of slime, and slimes have 100 HP. So they can be kind of scary. Also, wow, that is a lot of numbers there. Okay, here are the Enraged, which are just fast and have 45 HP. I don't even know what they're supposed to be, like, where they were placed. But yeah, really the only way to deal with these ghoul guys is just get as much firepower as you possibly can, because you can't leave them alone. Like, you can't do a certain amount of damage and be like, all right, sure, I'll just let it leak. Nope, it's gonna heal back to full and then kill you. Like, you really do have to focus on them. They are very scary. Health regen needs to be nerfed, in my opinion. You have to farm really well to get an accelerator this early. It's honestly very, very, very scary. Like, you really do need to focus these guys down, or else they will kill you. This Enraged here has slime, and as you see, when he's gonna get killed, yeah, a little slime's gonna pop out. So that's the thing about slimes. When you kill something that has that trait, it's gonna pop out a slime. And there's something else to do with slimes that I'll show you in a second if I can. It's very weird, alright? You're gonna see it's insane, honestly. Alright, so these next things, Reavers have the tank ability, and I hate these things, alright? These things are the worst, because what they do is all damage they take is set to 1 damage, because of what the tank ability. Essentially, that means that no matter what, it can only do 1 damage at a time. So, like, a Ranger, which does 1200 damage, is gonna do 1 at a time. Look at how slowly it gets killed by an Accelerator, who should be doing 30 damage per second. That is ridiculous to me. But, I think it's a cool ability. It's similar to the old shields they used to have. There used to be these, like, weird shield abilities, that I'll show you a picture. They're very strange. They used to be in the game, and they removed them a while ago. But it's similar to that, where it can only do a certain amount of damage per shot. So it's cool. It just means that high fire rate towers are the only ones you're gonna be able to use against them. So that's kind of cool. They're not nearly as big of a threat as the ghouls, though. Okay, so there's a big boss here, Living Experiment. Honestly, not even nearly as scary as ghouls. It's a little bit scary, has a lot of HP, but I mean, that's about it. It doesn't really have any special abilities, just kind of dies. It's cool, though. I think it looks awesome. I think all the designs of the enemies are really cool. It just looks kind of weird because of, like, how little detail the other enemies have. Like, just the normals and stuff next to these things. Like, it's a little bit strange, but it's cool. Alright, so you might see something about these slimes. Okay, did you see that? That slime turned into a necromancer when it died. That's something weird about slimes. Sometimes, when they're killed, they're turned into another enemy, and that enemy is, I think, random. They might have re-added mysteries, but I also can't honestly tell. It might be set beforehand. Like, what they commonly do is they commonly turn into a necromancer when they die. I've noticed that a lot. I don't know why, but they tend to do that. See, these revenants the accelerators get stuck on them, which is really, really annoying. Because, oh, jeez. Okay, that was a slime necromancer's that. But, the revenants, the accelerators take a long time to chew through them, which is really, really bad when you need to kill a lot of small things. So they can be very scary, especially because they always take us the same amount of time to kill, no matter what tower it is. So I think that, like, smaller things, like not accelerator, like minigunner maybe is a good way to deal with that, or just a bunch of shotgunners, which I might not end up doing. But another actually very cool ability, it's just might be a little bit overpowered right now. It needs a small nerf, but very cool. I mean, it either needs a small nerf, or this game mode should be harder than Fallen, and it should give a bigger reward than Fallen. Because, honestly, I think it would work better if it was easier than Fallen, but it just isn't right now, so I think an easier fix for all this would be, would just be to simply make it give more than Fallen. Okay, so here are the hazmat guys, and they're in Fallen, but they actually, it makes a lot more sense that they're here, and that's actually very cool to me. That they finally put them in a game mode that it actually makes sense in. Because, like, the whole theming of this game mode is, like, experiment gone wrong, which is cool for the most part. It's just a little bit weird that it's called intermediate, yet has this theming. Like, why not just name it something like that? But I don't know. Alright, so, failed experiment is this guy. He has 2,000 HP. He is very scary, and I'm pretty sure... Okay, never mind. There's a different wave that there are a couple slimes that turn into these guys, and they have killed me several times. So, watch out for that. Also, I've gotten the max accelerator, and I also placed a bunch of tiny shotgunners to take out the Reavers, I think they're called. I don't know. They take out the guys with the tank ability. Dude, look at this. What is happening here, dude? This is insane. All the enemies have glowing green eyes. All right, so there's also this ability called bloated, which you see in these enraged. Okay, well they all died. But oh yeah, so usually they have 45 HP because they have bloated, they get 90 instead. I know it's hard to see, but bloated just gives enemies 2 times the amount of HP that they usually have. There's also something called nimble, which I don't think I can find anybody that has that, but it makes them 2 times faster. It's pretty simple. Very simple abilities to give these guys. This update is very heavy on the abilities. This whole game mode is. It's a little bit strange, but it's cool for the most part. I do like it. It's just that some of these abilities might need a little bit of a nerf because they are really good right now. All right, so we get foreshadowing to the boss, as the commander just said. This is okay. These guys have nimble. Did you see that? They have nimble. They're really fast. Yeah, that's what that is. Very scary. They all. Oh my god, this is horrifying. Jesus. God. Oh my. All right, I think we're fine because I have 3 max accelerators. But yeah, the commander just foreshadowed the boss. This game one has like a sort of story. That guy is so fast. But this game one has like a sort of story going on, which is cool. I don't think most people are gonna read it, but it is interesting. Honestly, if they want to add story, they should just use cutscenes like they did for that one event. But okay, so this slime has slime and is bloated and a bunch of other abilities. But when it dies, it doesn't become something. So the slime is becoming something else is... I honestly can't tell when it happens. I think it's just set for some slimes. They do that. I honestly don't know how to predict it. But it does happen sometimes, so watch out for it. Alright, I think that Splash might be pretty good for this game mode, which I have none of. I wanted to let you actually see the guys without a bunch of explosions, but this is... Yeah, you should definitely look Splash here. Like a Mortar, I think would be really good for this game mode. This is, we're gonna be fine here. I think that at this point I'm gonna win, but this is still very scary. All of these enemies are very volatile, like they can kill you, like even when you think you're fine. It's honestly like the way that difficulty is scaled here is weird. Alright, the boss is here, Patient Zero, very cool name, very cool story. Here he is. Why does his mouth look like that? I'm sorry, this looks kind of stupid. But he doesn't have any of the insane abilities like the other ones do, and what the hell? Whoa. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure that this stuff speeds up enemies or heals them or something, but, there are no enemies. Okay, I think it heals them. Yeah, it probably heals them. Oh, that's amazing, I guess. He heals himself, too, so that's fun. He does that. Oh, wow. Is that just stun? What is he doing? What is he doing? Oh, I know what that is. He's lowering their, attack speed right now. Okay, well, that's just a stun. A cool backflip, too. But, you bring medic for this, because that's a crazy amount of stunning. But I do think this boss isn't nearly as hard as the rest of the game mode. The only real thing is that he gets fast here. I've seen this before. He gets into rage mode at half HP and he goes fast. And that was weird. He throws these potions, but he never actually spawns enough stuff for it to matter because you just kill everything else. Yeah, very cool. And he actually is healing right now. What? I think he landed in one of his healing puddles and was healing. Alright, well, Wow, that's totally worth it. 500 coins. Wow, that wasn't the hardest thing I've ever done. Well, that's a well-earned 500 coins. Like honestly, if Molten used to be 500 coins, this is insane. This should give you so much more reward, or should be so much easier. Uh, this game would need some work, but all the abilities, like the tank and the heal thing and the boss, I think is cool. The slimes are cool. I didn't really get to see their other ability where they turn into something else on death. That isn't, I don't really understand that for the most part. I think it's kind of random, but it is cool. Subscribe or I do terrible things to you. I'm not gonna specify what terrible things, but I am gonna do them to you. So, you better watch out.